Hello, everybody. Welcome to another video from the Power Bomb Project. I am one of your hosts, Daniel, joined by my other two hosts.
It's perfect.
Hey, Chris.
And today we're going to be discussing the card for WrestleMania 39. We're going to do predictions in a few weeks, but for now, we're just going to be looking at the card and taking a preview at what is to come. We're talk about what we can expect just a tad bit from these matches. And ask or say what our expectations are for these matches. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. Night one. So it's already confirmed Triple H is dead set on having 6 matches per night at WrestleMania, a shorter card compared to usual. Honestly, cool with me. It gives these matches more time, and who knows, maybe you could fill in a segment or two, get a good WrestleMania moment in there on each night. So honestly, sounds good to me. So
Yeah.
let's begin. This is what I would have opened the show, and it's unknown right now whether the tag titles or the SmackDown Women's title will be the main event. It's very 50-50, but I'm just going to go with what I would do, and I would have Charlotte versus Rhea open the show. Of course, I personally want a squash match to happen here. Rhea squashes Charlotte, but I'm going to be realistic. That's not going to happen. I still think Rhea's going to win, but I doubt she squashes Charlotte. I would love for Rhea to just do what Brock did to Cena at SummerSlam 2014. But I don't think we're getting that. Maybe we are, but I doubt we are. I feel like having Charlotte be humiliated would do so much for her character. You know, maybe expose the little fact to Charlotte that maybe she isn't the best around. And, because that's what her whole character is built upon. It's built upon being the best, built upon being the queen. But what if that's taken away from her? What then? Why? I mean, she's been around in this company for 9 years. Why not dive into that part of her character? Because she has yet to evolve at all in the 9 years that she's been around. So I just want to point that out. I think doing a squash would be the best thing for her character. But they're not going to do that. Rhea is going to beat her in a nice competitive 15 to 20 minute match. And Charlotte will still look good in defeat. And Charlotte will still be Charlotte, probably get a rematch down the road. And Rhea will have her title run. And that's what I expect to come from it.
Yeah, I kind of hope it's going to be a squash, but I kind of doubt that because if they want to make Charlotte be the best, I say. So it's still the best, I say. But I think it should be a pretty good match at the same time. I'm just really hoping Rhea will win that title. There's no way she will lose that title, or else I think Triple H is not that smart and not giving it to Rhea. But I think he's be smart enough and just gives it to Rhea 100%. So I give this definitely a 7 for expectations if this match happens.
I'm on the fence too because, like I said, Charlotte Flair doesn't always bring it. But if Rhea Ripley hopefully does take the victory, that'd be the smart thing to do. Since let's be honest, SmackDown's kind of lacking in the women's division, and it's cool to have like a new face. And then this could be the end of Judgment Day too. So, or you could just have Rhea Ripley messing with Dominic, and then Finn Balor and Damian Priest can like just move on, do their own thing. So, hopefully it's good. I have all the high expectations for this match.
You have high expectations for this match?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Because Rhea
I do have to
Ripley's
warn
really
you.
saving it. What's up?
Right. But I do have to warn you. Every match these two have had together has absolutely sucked.
Oh, thanks, Daniel. That makes me feel. I was actually excited for this WrestleMania match.
No. That's why I've been antagonizing this match so much. Because they faced off multiple times and I've hated it every single time, except for SummerSlam 2021. And even then that wasn't that fucking great.
Oh. Okay, I'm not excited for this match anymore.
This will be shit. Good. If it's a competitive match, it'll be shit. I'll be surprised as all fucking hell if they have a good match.
Shoot.
So, yeah, honestly, I think I'm more excited for the next match than I am for this match. That's how much I think this match sucks.
You can't say that.
No, I'm serious.
That's serious.
Charlotte versus Rhea is going to be the worst match of the entire weekend. It's horrible. I think Brock versus Omos, which is a better chance than Charlotte versus Rhea does, 100%. And now let's talk about this match. The visual of Brock Hayden F5 on Almost alone is going to be better than the entire match Charlotte versus Rhea has. That match will be dog shit. This may not, though. I know everyone's bitching about it. Everyone's pissed off about it. And I don't blame you guys. But personally, I'm willing to give it a chance. Because I feared Braun versus Omos for all my life. I thought it was going to be the biggest abortion 2022 had to offer. And it turned out not to be. It turned out to be decent. Sure, Braun kind of acted like a bit of a dick about the match afterwards, but besides that, it was a decent and fun match. And honestly, if Brock and Omos wrestle for only 5 to 10 minutes and it ends up being average or decent, I'll survive. At least I know it won't be absolute dog shit like Charlotte versus Rhea will be.
Yeah, as I was saying, maybe I hope that this match is going to be at least okay of a match. I don't expect a lot from them but if they can show almost can do good and he can be close to the Big Show or Mark Henry, great. But I kind of doubt that because we haven't seen anything good from Homo for a long time so far. So I'll probably say this is going to be an okay match, very mid match. It's going to be big for when Brock Lesnar picks him almost up for an F5. That's probably where everyone's going to get jumpy, and probably start yelling because of that. I'll probably just keep this at 5 or 6 if expectation wise.
Listen, man, if this match is at least like 8 minutes the most, it should be fun. But any more than that, I don't want to see it. And if Brock has to cheat to beat Omos, I'm gonna be real disappointed, man. Like he did with Bobby. Just punch him in his nuts and then call it a match. So like, there you go. That's the match. Fuck you. Give me the money. Bye bye.
To be fair, Brock versus Bobby would have been more shit than this.
I would have preferred it, but that's
I
different.
completely disagree. I thought every Brock versus Bobby match absolutely sucked.
It could have been a no DQ, man.
I'd rather see no DQ Brock versus Omos.
Oh, you know what? Oh, fuck that. I want to see a rematch of Kofi
You know
Kingston
what?
and Brock Lesnar.
You just need to become an Omos Sapien.
Oh.
Nice one.
Omos Sapiens unite. You know what?
Nice one.
I'm starting to actually become a fan of Omos. He's got something there.
He big boy.
He may not be the greatest talent, but he does offer a lot of memes. So I appreciate him.
Okay.
If anything.
Now, next match. Intercontinental Championship match. As of right now, it is going to be Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus. That could change with that Fatal 5-Way #1 Contenders match. Maybe we get some controversy and it becomes a multi-man ladder match. Here's my issue with that. Cross, LA Knight, and the New Day have no business being involved in this storyline. Drew winning the IC title, again, the first title he has ever won, makes sense. Sheamus winning the IC title, having it be the only title he's never won, makes sense. And you have Gunther, who's the dominant champion, IC champion. He's the most dominant IC champion in a long time. And he eliminated both Drew and Sheamus from the Royal Rumble, and they both want the retribution. Keep the story between those three. Don't make this a multi-man ladder match. I beg of you. Don't overcomplicate things.
Yeah, I think that's a very simple assumption. I would love to see this match, and perfectly honest with anyone, I'm 100% wanting Sheamus to win. No doubt, I love Sheamus a lot more, and I think he deserves that a lot more from that great match he had with Gunther. And because that's the only title he has not won yet, and I think he would be a great champion. And I think it's going to be probably one of the best, maybe best match of night one. Probably that's how I predict it. To me, this is going to be the best match of night one, and I can't wait to see if this actually is going to go through with a triple threat. I'm really hoping that they don't do a multi-man. I love ladder matches at the same time, but I really like this triple threat right now. I'm just hoping that they give it. I'm definitely going to give this a 9 for expectation.
Mm, if I will think that this is probably be the hidden gem of the whole WrestleMania card right now, if it's actually confirmed, but it's most likely gonna happen. But I honestly don't want Gunther to drop that title just yet, up until he actually gets a confirmation that he's gonna go for like the main one against Cody or Roman or who may it be. But the match itself, it's gonna be good. I have high expectations again. Maybe that's just me being biased because I saw that excellent pay per view of AEW, so I expect great things from WrestleMania 39. But that's just me, so I don't know, man.
Well, this is what I'll say. I think the triple threat would be excellent. I don't think they need to overcomplicate things. Like I said, it could be a potential match of the year candidate. It has that chance, but we'll have to see, man. Yeah, I would still really like a ladder match. Like, it'll probably still be great, but I don't think it would be as great. And it just wouldn't really make much sense from a storyline perspective. But that's mostly me. Now, let's get into Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. A lot of shenanigans, a lot of antics in this build-up. Rey refusing to beat his son. But Dom just keeps pushing Rey. And eventually, Rey's going to have to. Even if he doesn't want to, he's going to have to. And listen, y'all, there's a difference between beating your children and rightfully punishing them for their bad behavior. Dom needs to get beat the fuck up, and that's the facts. I expect this to be great. Is Dom the best in-ring performer of all time? No, absolutely not. But I think with the story here, having it being father versus son, this has a lot of potential into it. I expect great things here.
Yeah, I am hoping same thing too. What he needs, I think Dominic Mysterio needs to be whipped as a kid, and he's too much as a man, and I don't think he needed to get whipped by his father right now, and that's what I'm hoping to see. Should be a great match. It's pretty much a great luchador match in all technicality. A lot of messed up mind games, a lot of disrespect. I think this one's gonna be a great, nice dark horse match for me. I would love to see more of Dominic Mysterio bringing out some new moves that will separate him from his father, and I really want to see that. So this should be a great match. I would give this probably a 7 or 8. Nice, great match to see.
Listen, man, I may be in the minority in this, but I kind of want to see Dominic kick Ray's ass because Ray is just holding my boy back, and he just won't hit him. So Dominic needs his win right now.
I thought you hated Dom.
You see, I did, but then Ray won't even have the courage to hit his child, and I can't respect anybody who won't hit their children. So that's why Dominic needs to win.
Reverse psychology out here. Hit your children, Chris says.
Sometimes you just got it, man.
Well, in this case, you might have. She.
Oh,
So
good.
next up, 6 women's tag. Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control. I am hyped for this. This is going to be fun as hell. Lita, Trish, and Becky kind of feels like a dream team as it is. And they're facing the Damage Control.
How can you say that? That's not even their fault. They didn't even get to the Fed more than 3 times. I'm like the only one who cares.
I know. I'm just fucking around. They're
No.
all great wrestlers.
This is like CM Punk and Hangman all over again. They're just doing this for the business.
For the business.
For the business.
Well, Ronda Rousey got injured, so it looks like Becky and Lita versus Ronda and Shayna's off the table. So now Damage Control's on the card. Yay!
But not like this.
Sorry for Ronda though, but Damage Control on the card, and that's interesting. But hopefully Ronda recovers and gets better. Seriously though, she is a great athlete despite all the shit that we give her. I am a Ronda Rousey fan, and I know that she could do genuinely great things when she cares enough. So yeah, that's just all I have to say on that. But yeah, Damage Control are on the card now. They're going to lose. let's be real, they're going to lose. I mean, if you really think they're beating Becky, Lita, and Trish, you're stupid. And if you think they should beat those three, I think you're even more stupid. So, yeah, I think this will be very fun, though. Very good. Becky, Lita, Trish will get the win, as they should. But you gotta put over the new talent, man. Shut up.
Yeah, to me, I like this. This match seems fun, really good. A nice dream team match. It looks very interesting. And don't get me wrong, I actually like Damage Control myself. I know they're really like jobbers right now, but I really like the team because I love Bailey. I really love Dakota and Io Shirai because I love them from NXT and stuff. So I do respect. I would love to actually win, but because of the Dream Team right now, I doubt it. But it should be a pretty good match. I kind of expect a lot of uh, a lot of cheating, a lot of really underhanded tactics to try to get the win. But it should be fun. I'd probably say a 7, maybe 8 for this match by expectations. Should be a fun match.
You already know how I feel about this. I bet it's gonna be a good match, and I understand why we gotta do this for the business to make more money for WWE.
Do you really think Damage Control has any business beating arguably the three greatest women's wrestlers ever?
But they're so old. Who cares?
Who cares?
They're so
It's Becky,
old.
Lita, and Trish, and they can still go. What the fuck are Damage Control gonna do?
What do you mean still go? They could go for like another year. They're gonna end up
They're
retiring.
fucking boring as an act. They need to break up and
they
beat it and
don't.
all go on
No,
their
they
singles
don't.
act.
We need
Yes, they
better
do. This group
booking.
is a failure,
We need
and
to
it's
get rid
not
of
their fault of the
Bailey.
booking. It's because their theme sucks. They're
No.
just as a group is stupid.
No.
It makes no sense. They came to take over titles and they fucking failed to do so. And honestly, all their matches haven't even been that great to begin with since their return.
Have
So
you seen who they're
stop
fighting
defending them.
against? I'm not defending. I'm defending them.
But was it their fault though?
See?
It kind of is. It
What you
kind of
mean?
is though.
Daddy, what do you mean?
I think it's Triple H's fault.
Not entirely.
You know, Dad, this is your fault.
How? How?
Because you're in charge of the booking and writing of the shit. So you fix it right now.
Like, listen, man. If you think the jobber control, who have zero gimmick right now, should have any business beating Becky, Lita, and Trish, three women who have established characters and people love, that's stupid.
Listen, man. Lita's not a good person. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Who cares?
I care.
I see. Yeah, I'm passionate on Damage Control needing to lose this match. They don't need to fucking beat Becky, Lita, and Trish.
Yeah,
That's
they do.
Yeah. You know, it's a weird thing that you really like. You like Jeff Jarrett a lot, and you talk that Lita's a bad person, but
Right?
Jeff Jarrett's probably the worst person. So it's a
Jeff
really
Jarrett
weird characteristic that you push there.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But wait,
And Logan Paul.
wait.
Logan Paul's
He didn't
way
do
worse
anything.
than Lita.
He didn't do anything.
Oh, don't even get that conversation going. Don't even.
Lita-
Well, I actually like Logan Paul, so I'm actually with Chris with Logan Paul, but Lita with the freaking
Do you
with
know
Lita and
he's
stuff, I like him.
people though? He should be in prison.
Yes, but he's a good wrestler. He's an okay wrestler.
That doesn't justify it.
Whatever. Let's just get back
All
to the
right.
topic.
All right, fine. All right. Main event. Undisputed. As I think this should be the main event. I don't know. Undisputed Tag Team Championship match. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as the challengers versus Usos as the champions. Listen, I love the Usos, but they got to fucking lose those belts at Mania. There's no other choice. If you don't give Sami Zayn anything for all that he's done in the past year, I will absolutely be baffled. This should be excellent, but Sami needs this.
Yeah, I think it's perfectly fair. I really want Sammy and Kevin to win because they deserve those titles for a good while enough. And to me, it'd be fun. I wonder how they're playing it right now. Because right now on TV, Kevin Owens would say no. I wonder when he's going to change his mind and everything. It's going to be probably a big pop. I can't wait to see it. This should be either number 1 or number 2 best match of the night. And I can't wait to see it. Definitely should be an 8, maybe a 9. It should be a great match to watch.
This might call me crazy, dude, but I hope this match is at least a 10. I mean, the story's there, the heat's there, like everything's perfect. I mean, we had that excellent 10 match, but unfortunately, Sammy didn't win. But at least with this, is the closest he's gonna get to the main event as of right now. So I hope this is the match of the night, and
Yeah,
they better fucking win because if they don't, that's really stupid.
and
No one else.
and honestly, I don't think this is a hot take because most of the internet actually would agree with me. This tag title match is going to be a better match than the actual main event on night 2. And I'm not saying that's a prediction; that's a spoiler.
You,
Roman versus Cody is not topping this match. No fucking way. So that's just all I have to say on it. Any final thoughts you guys got given night 1?
No.
nah, I'm good, man.
All right. Now, night 2. Honestly, I think both nights are equal in quality. But what do you guys think? Do you think night 1 or night 2 looks better?
Night 1 looks a little bit like more stacked.
Yeah, because of night 1, there's at least more story matches than anything, and night 2 is just more of the show, the fun stuff.
I like the attraction shit a little bit. But, yeah. Night 2. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Now, I will admit, I am passionately against the company still allowing Logan Paul to wrestle, despite his current lawsuits.
It's fine, Daniel. Get over it.
I'm not going to.
If you get ripped off an NFT by a YouTuber, that's on you. You're
And
stupid.
I'm not. Listen, man, is that going to fucking work in court? Is that going to work in court? Oh, those people that just bought into it, they're dumb, and they all deserved it. What? The court's going to laugh in your fucking face and throw you in the goddamn cell. So, anyways, Jesus Christ. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, though, has been fun as a build. And the match itself should probably be great. As much shit as I give to Logan Paul. And I do think he has resources to basically do, the things he does. So it's like kind of cheating, but, not really because it's, he has money he earned to where he was today, I guess you could say. But still, it just kind of all rubs me the wrong way of how people praise every single little thing Logan Paul does when he's not even that good, if we're being realistic here.
Stop the
But
cap.
I think him versus Seth should actually be really good. Because if you have a bad match with Seth Rollins, you're just a bad wrestler. So I think Logan Paul's decent. But acting like he's better than 90% of the wrestlers today is the horse shit that just needs to come to an end. Overall, though, this should be fun.
Yeah, I think I do like Logan Paul's wrestling, like his personal life and stuff. I'm not willing for, but if he's a good wrestler, I really kind of forget about that stuff most of the time, with certain exceptions. But Logan Paul and Seth Rollins should be a great match, a great starting match, and I probably would say Seth Rollins will win, but it would be a surprise that Logan Paul will win too. So I would like to see more moves, new moves from Logan Paul. Maybe he's going to start copying Seth Rollins' finishers, pedigree, and curb stomp. He already did it with the curb stomp, so I'm expecting pedigree soon. So it'll be fun to see. Definitely, probably want to be a great match. I'd say 8.5 maybe.
Man, you mentioned it, how he's going to hit the pedigree and curves. Like, we already know. This motherfucker is Eugene, and no one fucking believes me. But that's
Don't
literally
talk
what he
shit
is.
about Eugene. He was
I
actually
am not,
goaded.
because Eugene was actually better than Logan Paul.
No. Daniel, did you
No.
buy his NFT? Is that why you're so mad? Don't lie.
No. I'm mad because, number one, he insulted Christianity, and a good portion of my family are Christian. So he called the majority of my family insane and saying that they needed mental help. And then they did the whole NFT, well, not NFT shit, that's a crypto shit. And I'm not saying that those people were smart for buying into it, but you literally acting like that makes Logan right actually makes me question you as a human being. Like, are you okay?
Listen, man. This is just gonna build heat into this match, alright? This is all an act. It's gonna be great.
It's not an act. He literally is dealing with lawsuits right now.
Listen, man, this is all just. Don't worry about it. It's
Lied
fine.
about being colorblind. Filmed a dead body in the suicide forest. Do I need to go on?
All an act, man. It's fine. It's for real character development.
All an act. Yeah, totally.
But
All an act.
but
Oh yeah, allow
anyways.
his dog to get killed by a bunch
Oh
of
my God.
coyotes. I could go on. I could sincerely go on.
Daniel, this is the Logan Paul podcast discrimination club, dude. This is the
I'm not saying
WrestleMania.
any lies, though. I'm not saying a single lie. Everything I have said are things he actually did.
But you know, he's not the first one to actually film a body in Suicide Forest. Just saying.
It doesn't matter if he's not the first one. No one in their right mind would do that.
Anyways, Daniel, talk about the Bray
It
Wyatt
was by
match.
accident for I was like by accident for the other people, Logan Paul for on purpose, but still, let's get obsession on selling bells. Even if I know,
A dead body. Would you film it? Would that be your first reaction?
probably call the police.
Exactly. That's what a sane person would do. Not film and laugh at the body. But anyways, let's just. I hate this dude with the passion. I sincerely hope he gets locked up.
This match is gonna be match of the year because of all this heat.
No, I will give him credit. It makes me care about his matches because I genuinely dislike him that much.
Man, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good ass clip for the YouTube shorts.
Anyways, I mean, Bray Wyatt versus Bobby Lashley. I'm not this actually. You know what? I said Charlotte versus Rhea is worse than Brock versus Omos. I could say the same fucking thing about Bray versus Bobby. Jesus fucking Christ. Bray has fought Cena and Orton multiple times, and were those matches any great? No! No, they were not.
Come on, dude. You don't like the storytelling? I thought you love storytelling in wrestling.
Bro! Oh my God. This hokey, stupid bullshit with Bray Wyatt is ruining his entire legacy. And yeah, I'm gonna be shouting for this one because I am boiled when it comes to Bray Wyatt. This motherfucker returned in October, and I was hyped as hell. 5 months, and he wrestled one match, and it was the absolute biggest pile of dog shit I have ever seen in my life. And then you have fucking Bo Dallas dressed up as some bullshit hokey character, basically jump and miss LA Knight like a fucking retard. This whole story is shit. Why is he even going after Bobby in the first place? It makes no sense. None of it. What the fuck are we even doing? Just release this guy if this is the shit that you're producing. What the fuck is this? What is this shit? Oh my God. WWE. Like sometimes they can produce some of the greatest things ever, right? And then there's just shit like this. And boy, they're probably going to bring in Alexa Bliss. Oh, don't even get me started on that shit, man. I'm just going to pass it on. This match is absolutely going to be fucking dookie. No way in hell this ends up being good.
Yeah, it's gonna sad to me because I do love Bray Wyatt with a passion because I always love watching him. But with him coming back, I was so hyped, same as you, Danny. But then they killed him with all the crap that he's doing. No good matches so far, or only one match, and so far just nothing else. And it's so sad because Bray Wyatt is one of the best people on storytelling or being good at like kind of being creepy. Right now, he's not being creepy; he's just being really kind of retarded and perfectly honest, and it kind of sucks because I love and I think they're mistreating Bray Wyatt that much. And I really want to see this match be good. And if this match is just a regular singles match, it's maybe a 6, maybe a 5. But if it's not, and it's just a regular, if it's just a weird stipulation match, like what Bray Wyatt usually likes, it's definitely going to be below a 5. And it's going to be sad because Bray Wyatt deserves a lot better than this really bad storytelling for him.
So it's gonna be a poopy thing because I think of all Me just laughing kind of just says how shitty this match is gonna be. And you know Alexa Bliss is gonna be there. You already know.
Dude.
It's watch it be like 3 minutes. It's gonna get thrown out because of
Honestly,
Alexa Bliss.
honestly, bro, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, I was a massive fan of The Fiend, and just watching him go from being literally one of the best acts in all of wrestling to what he's doing now is just, oh my god.
But the
Oh
Mountain Dew
my
pitch dark match.
god.
The Mountain Dew match.
Bro, I'm just baffled, man. Bray really needs to beat these mid wrestler allegations immediately.
He needs to become mid card, a main card.
Yeah, because a lot the allegations I'm mentioning are a lot of people believe Bray's a great personality, but he's not a good wrestler. He needs to prove people wrong on that before I start believing it.
I think
That's
Triple
for
H
sure.
just got to pay, give him something, give him a great choice, give him Bray Wyatt. No, actually, great match: Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins. That sounds like an amazing match, a nice rematch from the Fiend days. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. That should give him get him out of get him out of the mid card and get him into the main card.
True.
Man, I've given up on Bray Wyatt, man. I hope he can recover from all this somehow. All right, next up. Hell in a Cell, Edge versus Finn Balor. Honestly, I expect this to be amazing. I thought their I Quit match at Extreme Rules last year was fantastic. I know Chris disagrees with me on that, but I personally thought the I Quit match was fantastic. A beautiful piece of storytelling. And I don't know, I think this Hell in a Cell match could be even better. Overall, I'm expecting amazing things. It could be one of the best matches of the weekend. And it's going to be Edge's last WrestleMania match, most likely. So, hey, we better enjoy Edge while we still have him. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this match. If this actually is going to be Hell in a Cell, we were only predicting that is Hell in a Cell. We just know that Edge versus Finn Balor will happen. We just don't know if it's Hell in a Cell. But I'm really happy if they will do it. I love Hell in a Cell. That's probably one of my third, maybe second favorite stipulation in matches. And so I would love to see this. And definitely, we got to love Edge as much as can until he's gone from and goes back into retirement.
Yeah. If anything, I kind of expect this to be the better match between the I Quit match because I get it. A lot of people liked it, but I personally didn't. But you can never go wrong in a Hell in a Cell match. And for God's sake, it's Edge's thing. And if anyone takes the victory, I hope Finn Balor beats Edge because we need to push the new young stars, Daniel. We
No,
need to push the young new stars.
Edge needs this. He's on his way out. He deserves this goodbye.
He can fight Christian Cage, and then he can leave. It's gonna be fine.
Let's be real though.
I'm being real.
Does this Judgment Day version of Finn really deserve the rub of beating Edge?
If it means we get the
Not really
demon,
right now.
What'd you say, Chris?
if we get the demon back, I'm down for this.
And you shat all over the demon every single time he's mentioned because of that one Extreme Rules match with
Well,
Roman Reigns.
well, I'm sorry. We got to figure out who the cameraman was who did him dirty like that. That's the real villain.
You
That's
know
who
what? That is
killed
the
him,
real villain. That's the real reason Judgment Day got
dude.
started.
Dude, watch that be Uncle Holly. Watch that
God,
actually
don't
be the
bring that.
story.
God, Judgment Day and Bray Wyatt combine those two things that might just be the enemy. Oh my God.
You know, just
Anyway,
give me the pen and the script, dude. I can write the shit better.
not for real. I think any of the three of us might write a better wrestling show. I don't want to sound too
I just
cocky.
want Yeah, well, we think we can definitely. I would love to see the Prince back. I love the Prince Finn Balor so much more from the NXT era.
I love Finn Balor too. He's one of my favorites, and I'm actually more of a fan of Finn than Edge personally. But Finn already got a win over Edge. I don't really see the point in having him beat Edge again. Like what did the win over Edge really do for him? Not much. So what is another win really going to do for him? Again, probably not much.
True.
So that's just my question. And let's be honest, this Judgment Day version of Finn is my least favorite version of Finn that we've gotten in WWE. So does this version of Finn really deserve to be Edge twice? He already did it once. Does he deserve to do it again? That's just why I'm thinking, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Now, let's move on. Raw Women's Championship match, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. A lot of people have Bianca retaining, surprisingly. I guess we've been watching different shows because I think it's dead obvious that Asuka's taking this. And a lot of people didn't see it coming at the Elimination Chamber either. My question to you guys is why? Did you guys forget how much Triple H loves Asuka? Did you guys forget that he literally gave this woman a multi-year undefeated streak? Asuka is his number one. She is going to take that title. She is going to redefine herself and go on the dominant tear once again. And this is how Asuka becomes who she used to be once again. And again, I'm just surprised that people don't see this coming. It's just baffling to me. I do. I think it's clear as day. I think this would be a very good match. But I think it's clear as day Bianca's losing this. Let's be real here. Bianca beat Sasha in the main event of 37. She beat Becky in a huge match at 38. Does she really need another win against Asuka? Honestly, I think beating Sasha and Becky is a bigger deal than beating Asuka. So having Bianca win doesn't really do all that much for Bianca, if you really think about it. Sure, you continue her title reign, which will be going on for a year plus by this point. But I don't know. I feel like you've kind of run out of opponents for her to fight. But maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I think people maybe are forgetting Asuka, and because I know people love it too sometimes, but it is because the new look of Asuka right now. I think people just don't really want to see a face painted Asuka in WWE than the unfaced, because I think a lot of people like her when she just has no face paint or like just some like small paint on her face, but like not full face paint. Maybe just people just don't want to see her in with that. It's possible, but to me, I love Asuka. Same thing. I loved her in NXT way more, and would love her to pretty much get the title because she deserved that title for a long time. Most of the time, she lost those titles was not in the best of ways, and I think Asuka should be a champion. Well, she should go back into the a year long streak, or like like same as NXT streak of winning every single match, just showing how dominant she is. I would love to see that myself. So for me, I'm actually going to take Asuka for the win. Right now, Bianca's kind of getting stale, for my personal opinion. I don't know. I just feel like she's a good champion, but she's so stale when I watch her most of the time. So I want some new blood right now. So I think Asuka should take that. It should be a fun match. So 7 or 8 for me.
And again, I'm with you guys. Asuka is pretty cool, and I like this new creepy look of hers, even though it's like her original thing from New Japan, right? I'm not too familiar with her
Yeah, it
backstory.
is. This basically the face paint is basically her origin. This character, right? Her original name was Kana,
Mm-hmm.
and Kana was basically this psycho clown character that wore the face paint and everything. And honestly, it's my favorite version of Asuka.
Mine
So
too, man.
I'm very happy that she's doing this right now, personally.
Same, dude. And if she actually does beat Bianca Belair, that'd be crazy. It'd be cool seeing
Indeed.
that kind of champion. Well, Bianca Belair had a good run. It's been like what a year, I think, right?
Yeah, it literally has been a year. She's been on a long run.
Yeah, it's about time, man. She'll be okay. She can always just win it back in a year later.
Yeah, Bianca's a multi-time champ. Losing to Asuka will literally not hurt her in the slightest. She's established herself already. She's one of the best around. She's Bianca Belair. Everyone knows who she is now.
Yeah, and then you can make a
She's
series off
certified
of this
herself.
too. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Bianca's already certified herself. She's fine. I
That'd be
think she's
gorgeous.
at that Becky Lynch point where she can take a loss and still be fine from it.
Yep.
So now, United States Championship match: Austin Theory versus John Cena. Man, this should be great. The promo Cena had on Theory was absolutely spectacular earlier this week, and it really got me more hyped on this match as well. I already was excited for this, but after that promo, that really sold me because Theory idolized Cena, and he basically wants to beat his idol. He wants to be better than his idol. But then there's Cena, who basically sees this kid who's basically dressing and talking like a douchebag, wearing sunglasses indoors, but he literally has no heart, and that's how Cena sees it. And he wants to expose Theory as the heartless and soulless wrestler that he is. But Theory wants to prove that wrong and overcome his idol and prove himself once and for all as possibly the greatest US champ of all time. Quite the story, just in that one promo that I got from there. Now, if Cena was sticking around, then I'd probably say Cena. But we all know he's going back to Hollywood, and he just likes to put over the new talent these days, which is perfectly fine. He had a decade of dominance. He doesn't need to dominate anymore. So, yeah, perfectly cool with it. This should be great.
Yeah. To me, I love this. That promo was freaking God mode for me. It was so good. Saying John Cena saying to Austin Theory, "I'm not taking them. I'm not. I didn't want to take them. Was it? I could have taken that match, but you were not ready. And if you lose to me, you lose everything. If you win against me, you lose everything too." It was a great wording of everything. So to me, I would love. I'm always loving Austin. Right now, I'm loving the Austin Theory right now. My favorite Austin Theory so far. He's a great, right? Just being this type of persona, being the now, I think it's perfectly fine. And I think Austin Theory is the future. And he's the now, so.
Yeah. And I know people aren't like the craziest on him, but let's be fair here. In terms of in-ring talent, I have not seen one bad match from Austin Theory. Especially on pay-per-view, he has killed it on every single occasion.
He had some in NXT, to be perfectly honest, but none in the main roster. He had no bad matches, but on NXT, he had a few.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, are we gonna get another classic? Because Austin Theory has so much to prove after getting destroyed on the mic. And this is rumored to be one of John Cena's last few matches, correct, Daniel?
Well, yeah, because he actually tweeted the reason why he got emotional on Raw earlier this week is because it might be the last time he ever steps foot in the Boston arena, basically teasing that he only has a few matches left in him. This could be Cena's last match, but I could expect him doing one more Mania match for 40 and calling it at 40. But you never know. Maybe this is it.
I want him to fight Cody Rhodes.
That would be fun.
Need it to happen.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. So, any final thoughts you guys want to give on any of these prior matches before we dive into the main event?
No.
Okay. So, undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns, the champion, versus Cody Rhodes, the challenger. Well, this is what I'll say. You all been knowing for weeks. I disagree with this main event big time. I do. I genuinely still believe that Sami Zayn was robbed in all of this. And sure, a lot of people will make the argument, but Kevin Owens and Jey Uso played a part in the story. Sure, but that's not the fucking point. The reason why Sami got as over as he was because he had the best acting out of everyone involved, and he played his part better than everyone involved, and he was the best part of the entire story. Not Roman, not Jay, not Kevin, not Jimmy, not Solo, not Heyman. It was Sami. That's why he got so over. And I felt like he should have been rewarded for it with the Royal Rumble win. And we could have done 2 title matches. You could have made a new title for Raw And you could have still done Roman versus Sammy for SmackDown. But that's not fucking happening. We're getting Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Will the match be good? Yes. Potentially even great? Possibly. But there isn't a big story here. And you could say, oh, well, it's about Cody honoring Dusty Rhodes. And this is what I'll say. I respect Dusty Rhodes. I know for a fact he's a legend. But this is something that a lot of people have to understand. A lot of the viewers didn't grow up with Dusty Rhodes. A lot of the new fans actually started to come around in 2014 and 2015 based off my research. So, being honest here, the majority of fans haven't even ever watched a Dusty match in their lives. I can say that confidently. So, sure, you could say there's a story and everything, but most viewers never really knew Dusty. And honestly, I can kind of include myself in that. Sure, I've seen a few Dusty matches, but by the time I got into wrestling, he was already retired. So I never had that attachment to Dusty. So having Cody's legacy be so attached to Dusty, it's like, all right, that's great and everything, and I respect what you're doing, but it's hard for me to get attached if this is all the story has going for it. Because let's be clear, yes, Roman also was trained by Dusty, so they're doing this thing where, oh, if you beat me, you're destroying Dusty's greatest creation, Roman Reigns, and it just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. And Cody has had zero struggle since his return. You guys can say the injury was struggle. Yes, it was, but that's it. He has not lost once. He has not been assaulted in a segment once, unless if it was by Seth Rollins. But guess what? He went 3-0 over Seth Rollins. It's hard for me to root for someone who is just winning all the time. It's the same thing as Superman. It's the same thing as John Cena back in the day. It's hard for me to root for someone who just wins all the fucking time. And you're all saying, how could you be so hypocritical calling out Cody Rhodes when all Roman does is win? True. Roman wins all the time too. But at least when Roman does it, it's not in such ways to where it makes everyone else feel inferior to him. That's just at least how I see it. And Cody's probably going to win, but to tell you the truth, he shouldn't. Roman should retain. And I know that will piss all of you guys off. But here's the deal. Roman Reigns, I said this before Clash at the Castle. I said I want Roman Reigns to dethrone Hulk Hogan's third place record. I want Roman to be in the top 3 before he drops that title. That's another year and a half away. We're getting close. We are getting close. And sorry, if you think Cody is the guy, in my opinion, he's not. Especially when you look at the whole list of people Roman has defeated. You're really going to tell me Cody is the best among all those names? He's not. That's the simple reality of it. Roman should retain, and who would go on to beat Roman? There are multiple other options. You could have a beautiful story with Randy Orton, where almost everyone thought he was going to retire, but he can come back. Or you could do a beautiful story with Big E, something that fans can get attached to, because most people don't even know Dusty Rhodes. And that's the harsh reality of it. This story is hard for me to get attached. It has been hard for me to get attached to this story ever since the beginning of it. It was inevitable. I was not going to feel this WrestleMania main event no matter what has been done. And even with the few weeks left, I don't think there's any way Roman and Cody can convince me that they're the rightful main event. I'm sorry. I might sound like a dick, but I'm just being honest. Roman should retain. Cody is not the guy.
It just seems to me is that I really want Cody to win myself, so I'm always a big fan of Cody in general. I think Roman has a little too long right now, as a reign right now. Too long. Sammy 100% should have won that match for that championship, so he can dethrone him himself. But that's screw job in itself. Right now, I think Roman just needs to lose and Cody gets to win. To me, I think there's a good amount of chances that they could actually improve the story, and I think it's probably just by getting Cody Rhodes assaulted by the bloodline. It's probably my next thing I'm probably going to see is going to be Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus with Cody Rhodes versus Usos and Solo Sikoa on SmackDown or Raw. I bet that's going to happen, and it should be great. That sounds like a great match at the same time. And that's probably before that match happens. Probably going to be assault. The Cody Rhodes is going to get assaulted by Solo. Try to break his neck. I think it's going to have to show a lot more to build into this, and I think it's very possible that they can easily build if they do it how I just said it, and I think that's possible, 100%. So for me, Cody, I want Cody to win, and Chris is probably the same as me for Cody. So for me, Cody should win for myself.
I actually have one thing to say. I agree on the part that Sammy should have won. He should have been the guy to dethrone Roman. But we're past that point. And WWE fucked up. And I'm sorry, it's not Cody. They have to find someone else. Let's be honest. In the past 2.5 years, is the hottest story Roman has done been with Cody? It's no. The answer is no. So you can get that story with someone else.
But there is
I
nobody
want
else,
Roman.
Daniel.
Roman. When I
There's
want, look, here's
nobody
the thing.
else.
Here's the thing. I want Roman to. No, fuck that. There are other people. You're just not looking.
Who?
Roman Reigns. No, not Roman Reigns. Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa, Randy Orton, Big E, Matt Riddle. What the fuck are you even talking about?
Matt Riddle, God. Big E,
Matt Riddle would be a better choice than Cody, though, if he returns. Because at least Matt Riddle's taking a shot on something new. And let's be, like, genuinely, though, is the Cody story hotter than the Sammy story?
No.
Is it hotter than the Jay story?
No.
Cody's not the guy.
No.
Cody is not the guy. He's not. And think about it. What? They're going to hire Kenny Omega and Jay White within a year. And what? Cody's just going to fade into the background for those guys. So all this is going to be absolutely fucking pointless if we give it to Cody anyways.
Yeah, if you can say that, but I think Cody can stand on there because my biased guess to me is that he's going to make a Nightmare faction for himself, and I think it can cause a lot. So,
but how did that go for an AEW? Oh yeah, no one liked it.
Yeah, because they didn't have a lot of really good people. Only his brother and some like other rookies. But if he has if he put Finn Balor, AJ Styles, the club, like that can kill the.
I don't understand. I just don't understand why you guys want Roman's reign to end so badly. Like
I just like Cody a lot more than Roman.
Probably ever. No,
to be perfectly honest, I love Roman myself. Sorry.
Oh wait, go ahead.
Sorry, but I do love Roman myself. I love Roman, but I love Cody Rhodes a lot more. So that's kind of my reasoning because I really like watching him, and to me, I feel like he's way better than Roman.
And as for you, Chris, why are you so impatient on Roman's reign?
Because it's so boring, Daniel. It's so repetitive. It's the same shit every year. What do you mean?
MJF isn't. That dude literally cheats every single time too. Don't even act like that.
Yeah, but
he does it, and you praise every single thing. Bullshit. Roman Reigns has equally as much personality.
What's his personality? I'm the tribal queef. I have to run the shit. I don't
okay, let me do MJF stick. Oh, the city is poor and stupid. I'm better than you, and you know it.
Yeah, but that's entertaining.
You're a hypocrite.
Yeah, I think MJF is a lot more entertaining than Roman Reigns. I gotta say too. Sorry, MJF is very funny, and he can really kill on a mic. If it's a freaking promo skill, Roman versus freaking MJF is just killing right on the spot because how good his freaking mic skills. He can really it kills the crowd, and everyone starts booing him. He's the biggest heel in the century.
Listen, man.
That
will be a match for another day. Roman versus MJF will happen someday. We'll have to see what would happen.
Who's better?
Shit, I mean, you guys already revealed who you guys think is better.
Yeah, so the second win. We already know
Yeah.
who won that. So.
All right, but yeah, Cody's winning. I doubt Roman's winning, but if I were booking this shit, I would have Roman beat him.
True.
Because I think the moment should go to Jey Uso at this point. I think what Jay's doing is fake. I think he's tricking everyone, and I think he's going to pull some shit that causes, a downfall for, the bloodline.
Exactly.
I think it should be Jay, and I think they should have Roman hold it till SummerSlam, and that could be when he drops the title. But that's just my opinion, because there is no iron to strike right now with Cody. He's not that on fire. Sure, you could say he's getting good crowd reactions, but he's not getting crowd reactions like Sammy is.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
Well, if he gets
So what
beat up,
iron?
if he gets more punishment against him.
That's my whole point. Sammy is the guy who struggled, and fans were rooting for Sammy because he was doing with struggle. There's nothing to dive into Cody for.
Well, if he goes into WrestleMania with an injury, that could work.
Maybe. I don't know, man. It just feels like this whole Cody Rhodes thing is the most forced shit since John Cena in 2005. Like, I really feel like this is being so forced down my throat. Both Cody and Logan Paul just getting shoved down my throat.
Pause.
No, no pause. People are forcing them down my fucking throat, and I don't like it.
Pause.
It's harassment.
Pause.
It's assault.
Damn,
And don't say the R word.
It
I'm
is
gonna say
the
it.
R word.
God damn.
I'm not going to say it, but it is the R word.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna fucking say it. This is retarded.
Oh, that's not the word I was going to refer to, but
Oh,
Yep, no.
don't fucking say it. Anyways, any last thoughts, man?
nah, man, I'm good.
You Berm, you got any last
No.
thoughts, man?
All right,
No, I had enough talking about Cody.
overall, this WrestleMania card looks good. It's just very weird.
See. All right.
So, yeah, any other final thoughts?
Nah.
No.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Daniel,
I've been Berman.
Grease.
and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.